Knox Jolie-Pitt, once the most low-profile member of the Jolie-Pitt clan, is quietly captivating public attention, not because of a red carpet appearance at Cannes 2025, as many mistakenly believed, but due to his subtle yet striking transformation. In reality, Knox did not attend this year's Cannes Film Festival. The buzz surrounding his supposed appearance stemmed from a misunderstanding. Old photos resurfaced on social media, leading fans to believe he was there. Despite his absence from the prestigious event, Knox has still become a trending topic, thanks to some unexpected changes in his life. Reportedly nearing his 17th birthday, he's now 5 feet 11 inches, 180 centimeters, towering over his mother, Angelina Jolie. But what truly surprises fans is his calm demeanor and increasingly chiseled features that resemble his father, Brad Pitt, a man Knox has rarely seen since his parents' highly publicized divorce. Long known for being intensely private, Knox has always been described as sensitive and deeply thoughtful. Back in 2020, he stunned the art world when he photographed his mother for a feature in Harper's Bazaar, a glimpse into the artistic soul behind the quiet exterior. While many his age chase the spotlight, Knox has chosen life behind the lens, a place where he feels most authentic. A source close to the family told People, Knox is incredibly smart and has a unique eye for aesthetics. He's very close to Angelina and often helps her with day-to-day tasks, especially during casual outings or when accompanying her on low-key trips. More recently, rumors have surfaced that Knox is working on his first personal photography project, a collection that may debut at the end of 2025. If true, this would mark a rare moment where Knox opens a window into his inner world, after years of staying virtually invisible to the media. Meanwhile, his twin sister Vivienne is carving out an entirely different path. Not only has she made regular appearances alongside her mother at major events in 2025, but she's also caught attention for her behind-the-scenes work as a production assistant on Angelina's Broadway project, The Outsiders, a rare feat for someone just 16 years old. Angelina once shared about her daughter. Vivienne doesn't care for the spotlight, but she's incredibly responsible and creative. She's always looking for ways to quietly support young artists. Vivienne is quickly shedding the label of simply being Angelina Jolie's daughter. She's emerging as a distinct voice in the arts, one with purpose, vision, and a seriousness that few her age display. The contrast between the Jolie-Pitt twins is exactly what makes them so fascinating. One gravitates toward the stage lights, while the other finds his place behind the camera. Though they may not walk red carpets side by side, they represent the beauty of individuality and the freedom each young person has to chart their own path, even as children of two of Hollywood's most iconic stars. The divorce between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt was once considered one of the most sensational breakups in Hollywood. But its impact extended far beyond two adults walking away from a decade-long marriage. It fractured a family, leaving 6 children to navigate love, loyalty, and identity between two very different worlds. Among the 6 children, twins Knox and Vivienne, the youngest of the Jolie-Pitt siblings, have recently drawn attention for their quiet maturity and subtle yet unmistakable alignment with their mother. While no one in the family has publicly taken sides, their presence, actions, and life choices speak volumes, often more clearly than any statement ever could. Since the divorce, Knox has rarely been seen apart from Angelina Jolie. In fact, there hasn't been a single confirmed public image of him with his father Brad Pitt since 2016. Multiple outlets, including People, Us Weekly, and most recently Entertainment Tonight, have reported that some of the children, including Maddox, Zahara, and Pax, have cut off contact with Brad. Meanwhile, Knox and Vivienne have remained silent, choosing to live with their mother under the court's custody agreement. According to court documents unsealed in late 2023, Angelina was granted full custody of all 6 children, with Brad allowed limited, scheduled visitation. But as the years passed and the children grew older, they gained the legal right to decide for themselves where they live, who they see, and what kind of lives they want to lead. And in nearly all of their public appearances, whether at political events, humanitarian missions, or private family vacations, they've been seen alongside their mother. Vivienne, although quieter than older siblings like Pax or Zahara, has shown a deep sense of trust and closeness with Angelina. Her decision to assist her mother in the Broadway production The Outsiders was more than just a supportive gesture. It was a clear sign of a bond built on mutual respect and understanding. Vivienne doesn't need to say a word about her father. Her silence speaks for itself. Knox, on the other hand, continues to keep a deliberate distance, not just from his father, but from the fame he was born into. He appears to be carving a path that steps outside the invisible lines drawn between his parents, not choosing sides, but also never straying far from his mother, who has fiercely protected his right to privacy all these years. One of the most telling moments came in 2020, when Knox's older brother Pax posted a story on social media, later quoted by outlets like Page Six, blasting Brad Pitt with harsh words. In the post, Pax accused his father of never truly being a parent, and expressed zero forgiveness for the emotional harm he believed Brad had caused their mother and siblings. While Knox and Vivienne have never spoken out publicly like Pax, their near-total absence from their father's orbit speaks to a rift too deep to ignore. What the public seems most interested in isn't necessarily whose side they're on, but rather how six very different young people have found ways to grow up in the shadow of a near-decade-long legal battle. In a 2024 interview with The Guardian, Angelina said, "I'm not just their mother. I'm the safest place they can come back to. And I will do whatever it takes to keep it that way." Some psychologists have suggested that the children's continued loyalty to Angelina stems in part from her parenting style, firm yet deeply empathetic. She has given her kids the freedom to choose their own paths, as long as they don't harm themselves or others. This may explain why Vivienne has fearlessly stepped into the world of Broadway in a support role, and why Knox pursues his creative passions from behind the scenes, because that's where he feels most protected. The Jolie-Pitt family is no longer the picture-perfect Hollywood household once splashed across magazine covers. But what has emerged in its place is something quieter, more real, a slow but sincere transformation. A boy like Knox who chooses a camera over a spotlight, and a girl like Vivienne who shines from the wings rather than center stage, are living proof that children can emerge strong from broken homes, not because of fame, but because of love rooted in truth. We may never know exactly what Knox or Vivienne have said or thought during all these silent years. But one thing is clear: their choices are not meaningless silence. They are gentle, yet powerful affirmations of what they believe in. If a family can't be perfect, it can still be honest.